Noise pollution is an invisible but pervasive threat that disrupts wildlife beyond our immediate sight. The escalating din from industrial activities, urban development, and traffic is not just background noise. It's an environmental disruptor pushing animals out of their habitats. Animals stressed by this relentless noise often abandon their homes, seeking quieter spaces. This migration is not a mere inconvenience, it's a survival response with serious ecological repercussions. Birds and mammals, for instance, are veering off traditional migration paths, which are vital for their reproduction and feeding. The consequences extend further, affecting entire ecosystems. The absence of these key species creates imbalances, diminishing biodiversity. Noise-sensitive species, already vulnerable, may face accelerated decline, potentially leading to extinction. It's not merely individual species at risk, but the intricate web of life that sustains our natural world. The urgency to address noise pollution is clear. Reducing our acoustic footprint is critical. Protecting the natural soundscape is not just about preserving tranquility, it's about ensuring the health and longevity of our planet's diverse inhabitants. Let's commit to quieter skies, lands, and oceans, allowing life to thrive in harmony with its environment. Noise pollution significantly impairs animal reproduction. Excessive noise disrupts mating calls, crucial for attracting partners and reproducing. For instance, frogs may struggle to hear mating calls over traffic noise, while birds can abandon nests due to chronic loud sounds, leading to fewer offspring and a potential decline in population numbers. It's vital for ecosystems that these natural communications remain clear and undisturbed. Noise pollution in the sea can have a significant impact on dolphins, who rely on their sophisticated echolocation abilities to communicate, hunt, and navigate. The sounds from ships, sonar, and industrial activities can interfere with these acoustic signals, causing confusion, disruption in communication, and even physical harm. Dolphins may struggle to hear each other or misinterpret signals, which can affect their social structures, reproduction, and ability to find food. Noise pollution, often exceeding 85 decibels in bustling urban areas, is not just a daily annoyance, but a serious health hazard. Exposure to such high levels of noise can result in temporary or even permanent hearing loss, with 15% of adults already suffering from noise-induced auditory damage. The mechanism is clear. Loud noises over time can damage the delicate hair cells in the inner ear, leading to hearing impairment. Beyond the ears, our cardiovascular system is also at risk. Noise levels above 65 decibels are linked to hypertension, a silent but deadly precursor to heart disease. Each 10 decibel increase in noise pollution is correlated with a 12% higher risk of heart attack. The constant state of arousal due to loud noise, even while we sleep, increases stress hormones, which in turn raise blood pressure and strain the heart. With over 100 million Europeans exposed to harmful noise, and 1.6 million life years lost annually to noise pollution, the message is clear: the silent roar of noise pollution needs to be addressed to safeguard our health.
Noise is defined as unwanted sound, and excessive noise seriously harms human health. UCD's Professor Enda Murphy is one of Ireland's leading experts on noise pollution and has spent 10 years studying the impact of this hidden pollutant.
There's a much greater awareness of noise issues now than there were even 10 years ago. The World Health Organization has come out with a number of very influential reports. So, for example, they had one called Burden of Disease from Environmental Noise, and that document showed that about 1 million healthy life years are lost annually as a result of exposure to environmental noise. So there is a recognition, I think, at the political level as well in Europe that actually noise needs to be taken more seriously as a pollutant than it has been in the past.
What are those health effects?
The key health effects come from sleep disturbance and annoyance, increased risk of heart disease, increased risk of hypertension, and in kids, higher risk of having cognitive impairments such as problems with reading, attention span, have all been linked to prolonged exposure to environmental noise.
So if we're at night time sleeping, what decibel levels does noise start to impact on us?
So the World Health Organization recommend 40 decibels as being the level above which adverse health effects start to occur. And I think much more needs to be done in the future if we are going to tackle the noise health problem in Ireland.
We know that a good night's sleep is good for our health. And I wonder how much noise and noise pollution can affect this. So I've come to Connolly Hospital today to talk to an expert, Dr. John Fall, about just this subject.
We do know that there are different forms of sleep and different stages of sleep. So there's light sleep, deeper sleep, and REM sleep. And actually people go through these phases on a certain timetable. Example would be that people go into the first dream after about 90 minutes of sleep, and that dream usually lasts 30 to 40 minutes. And then there's a dream an hour later. And that's what we call a normal sleep pattern. And there are formatted patterns for this.
What are some of the reasons that people can't sleep?
Right now in the modern world, there's an epidemic of sleep disorders, so people are not getting enough sleep. So environmental things are the biggest thing that disrupt sleep. External noise, external light.
When we're talking about noise, it feels like we're talking about loud noises. Do noises have to be loud to disrupt our sleep?
Unfortunately, with noise is a physical phenomenon, and once the noise or the sound waves hit your eardrum, and your eardrum will activate the auditory nerve, and that will stimulate your brain. Nevertheless, there are some people that are very, very sensitive to noise. Women are more sensitive to noise than men. Women in general need more sleep than men.
So then what are the knock-on effects if you don't get good quality sleep?
Well, there are three big knock-on effects. And first of all, acutely, people have short-term memory loss and fatigue and muscle aches and pains. Secondly, as you get longer into sleep deprivation, you start to get physical problems. And the physical problems are classically forms of arthritis, similar to fibromyalgia, where people have aches and pains and poor wound healing. We only heal wounds and we only grow muscle and bone during deep sleep. Some people will have high blood pressure and they'll have uncontrolled high blood pressure, meaning if they take medication for their high blood pressure, it does not come down. And that's often because they have a problem with sleep. The other common thing that we see is that people who are sleep deprived in general tend to put on weight. And most sleep disorders are associated with weight gain. Sleep is an essential physical function, and if you deprive people of sleep, they will suffer from it.